disciple to be like the teacher and the slave like the master. If they have called the master of the house Beelzebub, how much more will they malign those of his household? So have no fear of them. For nothing is covered up that will not be uncovered, and nothing secret that will not become known. What I say to you in the dark, tell in the light. And what you hear whispered, proclaim from the housetops. Do not fear those who kill the body, but cannot kill the soul. Rather fear him who can destroy both soul and body in hell. Are not 2 sparrows sold for a penny? Yet not one of them will fall to the ground apart from your Father. And even the hairs of your head are all counted. So do not be afraid. You are of more value than many sparrows. Everyone, therefore, who acknowledges me before others, I will also acknowledge before my Father in heaven. But whoever denies me before others, I will deny before my Father in heaven. Do not think that I have come to bring peace to the earth. I have not come to bring peace, but a sword. For I have come to set man against his father, and a daughter against her mother, and a daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law, and one's foes will be members of one's own household. Whoever loves father or mother more than me is not worthy of me, and whoever loves son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. And whoever does not take up the cross and follow me is not worthy of me. Those who find their life will lose it, and those who lose their life for my sake will find it. This is the gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord.
I invite you, please be seated. Grace to you and peace in the name of Christ. Amen. Peace. It's a concept that seems so central in our Christian life. It's in our hymns, our prayers, our scripture. When there aren't COVID restrictions on Sunday worship, we shake hands and greet one another with the sign of peace each week. We call Jesus the Prince of Peace. We may sing, I've got peace like a river, or sleep in heavenly peace. Blessed are the peacemakers. The angels sing at Christmas time, peace on earth, goodwill to all. St. Francis prayed, make me an instrument of your peace. In last week's gospel, Jesus told his disciples to bring a greeting of peace to each house as they went from town to town. And so, with all that in mind, it might seem especially surprising to hear words from Jesus in today's gospel. He says, do not think that I have come to bring peace on earth. I have not come to bring peace, but a sword. He goes on to talk about division between family members, father against son, mother against daughter, foes within one's own household. It's not exactly the sense of family values we'd like to be thinking about on Father's Day weekend, is it? And so Jesus is saying some tough and challenging stuff. This isn't the meek and mild Jesus that we might remember from Sunday school leaflets, cradling babies and lambs in his arms. This isn't a sweet, sweet Savior comforting and consoling us. Jesus is speaking more like a provocative prophet, challenging and agitating, and speaking truth to power. And so these words of Jesus seem weird, don't they? They seem contrary to what we have expected to see from Jesus. But the truth is, when we follow Jesus, we'll probably make some people uncomfortable. When we authentically put into practice the values of reconciliation and justice, we're probably going to step on some toes. When we live a life in the example of Jesus, we're probably going to get labeled a troublemaker. A Lutheran woman named Bailie gained worldwide attention a few years ago for her efforts organizing groups of women to work for peace during the Civil War in her native country of Liberia. Her book, Pray the Devil Back to Hell, is a fascinating look at this nonviolent peacemaking and its effort to make a huge difference. It might be an interesting option for a congregational book study someday. At the height of the Liberian Civil War, these folks gathered together. They prayed. They formed human chains. They had difficult conversations with national leaders and even in their own families. ago, Bailie says, I won the Nobel Peace Prize for being a troublemaker. Authentically following Jesus can cause trouble. Grace and mercy bring trouble and disappointment for people with power and privilege. Transformation and peace trouble the world as it is, with all of its brokenness, with all of its injustice, with all of its sin. When we love people who are difficult to love, when we welcome those who are often rejected, when we speak of forgiveness in a world of grudges, when we take really seriously the values of the way of God, we're going to challenge a lot of people around us. It's not always going to be easy. The Christian faith isn't about one ethnic group or one political party. The love of Jesus crosses lots of our boundaries and expectations. The movement of the Spirit is bound to transform and challenge us. When Jesus talks about peace, he's not talking about being nice for the sake of being nice, with unity for unity's sake. And so the peace that Jesus brings is not a comforting peace, but rather a transforming peace, bringing a new way of being into the world, where love and justice reign forever. I see this sort of challenging peace in congregations all the time. Or rather, the peace that Jesus is not. Nobody wants to confront the church bully because nobody wants to stir the pot or rock the boat. Committees don't want to try something new because they don't want to offend the money bag big donors or the lifelong charter members. We don't speak up when there's injustice or impropriety or corruption or sexual harassment because we don't want to cause problems or step on toes or make anybody uncomfortable or take risks. We try to keep the peace, but that doesn't always solve the problem. Martin Luther King Jr. described it well in his letter from the Birmingham jail, where he confronted white pastors who were working against, not for, the civil rights movement. King described theirs as a negative peace, which is the absence of tension instead of a positive peace, which he says is the presence of justice. And I find it helpful to think about justice with a definition from scholar Cornel West, who says justice is what love looks like in public. When I was in seminary, I vividly remember a day in class where the professor made a remark that had some very racist overtones. It doesn't matter what it was, I'm not going to repeat it. What does matter is that several of our classmates of color were very hurt and offended by it. Their pain was very real. A few days later, after the remark was festering, the incident came up in a very heated classroom discussion. When one of my classmates painfully shared that what was most troubling for her was not the phrase itself, not the racist remark, but rather the silence of the white students who said nothing, myself included. Avoiding conflict just continues conflict. During World War II, many Christians in Germany, especially Lutherans, remained silent while the Nazi party came to power. Silence becomes approval. That's how abusive leaders stay in power for so many years. That's how things get out of hand. That's how injustice keeps on festering. And so that's not really a true peace. And so when Jesus talks about peace, he's not talking about an absence of tension. He's also not talking about a peace based on fear. This idea would have hit home for the original audience of this text. Jesus is speaking against what historians now call the Pax Romana, the Roman peace. The success, if you might call it success, of the Roman Empire was built on law and order. Law and order based on military victory in a slave economy. They conquered an area and made people slaves to build all the roads, coliseums, and aqueducts throughout the empire. They executed people who dared to challenge this corrupt and vicious system. Jesus was one of them. Violence and oppression made the empire powerful, but only on the backs of the most vulnerable. Jesus lived in the midst of all of this. And I might even say that so did we. Peace based on fear and blood is not really peace. The peace of Jesus and the reign of God is not a system of exploitation or oppression. To follow Jesus was and is something different. To be a Christian is to live the values of the reign of God instead of the values of our human society. In the first century, to be a Christian was to be in opposition to the Roman Empire. It was both a religious and a political move. There wasn't really a separation of church and state. But also to be a Christian in those early years of the church was also to be many times against your own family. To change religions was to leave behind the economic and social security of family life. To follow Jesus instead of Caesar or the pantheon of Roman and Greek gods was to drop the connections of your life and household. To live a Christian life is to run against the current of culture. This would have been so true for those early listeners to Matthew's Gospel. Folks living as a religious minority in the midst of empire. And so when Jesus describes division between families, he's recognizing a reality. He's recognizing that the Christian life isn't always easy. As we go about our Christian faith, we might face challenges. Other people, even folks who hold very dear, might not understand our faith or our spirituality or how we put it in practice. But the love of God is bigger than that. God's grace is stronger than one person or one family or even one empire. The identity that we receive in the waters of baptism is stronger than blood. It's more inclusive. It's more expansive. It's more complete. It's all about God's love. When I talk with people about what it means to be in a congregation and to hear their favorite part about being in church, I often hear phrases like, "We're a family," or "Come join our church family." I think that's especially true here at Redeemer. We're a small but mighty, close-knit group. There are beautiful connections. There's a kinship. There's togetherness and love. I totally get that. I find it powerful and affirming. But sometimes I admit that I'm a bit uncomfortable thinking of church as a family. Maybe family isn't always the best metaphor to think about church and congregational life together. A few years ago, a professor at Wartburg Seminary in Iowa wrote a book saying that the image of church as family is actually destructive to efforts of evangelism and mission in our congregations. I don't know if I'd go that far, but I think it's one of those phrases that we use a lot, that perhaps it's time to take a step back and look at deeper meaning. And so I'm not saying that I'm against families, by no means. I love and appreciate my own family. This is my first Father's Day as a father with our 6-week-old son. In a previous congregation, my title was Youth and Family Minister. Martin Luther wrote that the family should be the foundation of the development of faith. And so he wrote his small catechism so that parents could teach their children the teachings of the church and the doctrines of the Christian faith. Family is indeed important. But families are also closed and private systems. Even in the most loving and open homes, the only usual way to enter is through birth or marriage. A difficult way to increase the church congregational roles, right? On the other hand, the church is open and public, welcome and inviting. The church is bigger than DNA or genetics. We also have to be careful with images of family
because not everyone has had the best experience with their families. Sometimes to use the image of God as Father might be challenging for someone who has had an abusive or an absent father. And so the metaphors we use matter. And so it's important for us to not just stick with one way of talking about God, but to celebrate and affirm the vast ways of describing the God who loves us, who nurtures us, who names us and claims us and leads us and guides us. Every metaphor that we human beings use to talk about the church or to talk about God is imperfect because we too are imperfect. And so I'm not saying that we shouldn't think of church as family. We should celebrate the kinship and connections that we have. But I want to remind us of the many ways to think about what it means to be church. Assembly of the faithful, people of God, body of Christ, gathered and sent, people of resurrection hope, community of the cross. These past couple weeks of pandemic and lockdown and shutdown and quarantine have pushed us and challenged us to think about what church means. As congregations have done online worship, as we've had Zoom meetings, as we've done things in different ways, we are still the body of Christ. As a pastor, I've had to develop skills very quickly in video editing and videography that I had not really used before. It's the same message, but in different ways. As we go about being the church in new ways, we have the same gospel, the same promise of love. And so that's one thing that doesn't change. Church is still church. These times of pandemic, I think, have helped us recognize that the church is not a building. As wonderful as it is to be back here in this place of so many memories, this place of welcome. As the church, we are God's people out in the world. We are God's people doing God's work as we love our neighbor, as we pray for the world, as we find ways to live lives of discipleship and service. And so as we think about what it means to be church, our Lutheran confessional documents in the Augsburg Confession and the Book of Concord define the church as the assembly of saints where the gospel is proclaimed and the sacraments are administered regularly. It does not say that the church is a social club of our best friends. It does not say that the church is a political party or a labor union or a sports team, even though we might do activities that might resemble that sometimes. It does not say that the church is here to make us always comfortable. What makes church church is that we proclaim and believe the life, death, and resurrection of Jesus.